having a look at these charts and seeing how we stand technically for the week ahead. Julian, the technician. Sorry, Geoff, the technician's 2 cents. You ready to go, buddy?
G'day, mate. Yeah, hot to trot. Absolutely. Let's share what we can see. A couple of things. First up, I'm going to talk about pound Kiwi. Now, pound Kiwi is probably my favourite pair for the last, 6 months or something like that, because, and the reason is simple. It's been trading beautifully technically, and last week was a case in point where we peeled off the top of this beautiful formation, which of course is an ascending channel, and came back to the bottom, to the pip, absolutely perfectly. We managed to take advantage of that. And now, of course, we're looking to go in the opposite direction. Why? Well, two reasons. We're at a beautiful support level, not least because it's a horizontal level, but also because it's the bottom of the ascending channel. Now, if you cast your mind back some time, and I know we're going back some time, but we saw this on this show, I'm pretty sure. If it wasn't on this show, it was certainly, no, it would have been on this show, because we have lots of shows, obviously, through the week. But we saw this this tweezer bottom sitting here at a beautiful support level, and we suggested that this would be a very good opportunity to get into this market and trade it long, targeting this area here. Big target, I've got to say. But that's pretty much what this thing can do, because it can go from here to here to here to here to here. So it's a big mover when it actually does get into action. Now, pound is a questionable commodity. Well, commodity is not the right word, but in context it is. It's a volatile subject, and based primarily on what I'm seeing on the charts, this is going long versus the Kiwi. Now, as I said last week, we saw an opportunity to trade it back to the bottom of the daily ascending channel, and of course now we're looking to trade in the opposite direction. So how do we do that? Very difficult here on the 4-hour chart right now, but here's the thing. It hasn't been able to break below that level. In fact, that level is so good that you can see that the tails of all of these candles are suggesting that it doesn't want to go below there. When that's the case, I'm thinking, all right, well, bounce point, let's try and find a long. At the moment, I don't see it, because we've got a consolidation going on there. And maybe on tomorrow or Tuesday, we'll look to break out of there. But right now, the bias has to be, from my point of view, long. And we'll be looking to trade that long regardless of what happens in the next little bit tomorrow. If it even ducks below here, we'll be waiting for it to come back above that level and then trade it long. Why? Because here's the dominant chart pattern. We've been here since January, right? This is the year in the life of pound Kiwi. So we're continuing that theme. Yes, I can see the tweezer top here. Yes, I can see the lower high. That's what we traded, right? Down to the bottom. So we're now looking for that in reverse. Keep that in your mind and look for it upside down, and we could go somewhere this week. Now, Euro Kiwi, I'm already in this trade, but I'm expecting this to actually take me out. We haven't even taken profit here, because we just got triggered in. I was anticipating a breakout here, right? But that hasn't worked yet. I'm not sure what happened to the euro late on Friday or on Friday, because I wasn't in front of the charts, but something happened and it kind of reversed quickly. But now it's in the ballpark. I'm actually expecting you to be taken out of this trade, but if we're not, happy days. I would like to see now another higher low, and I would trade this long again. The reason for that is kind of multi-leveled, not least of which, similar to pound Kiwi, we've come off the bottom of that longer-term channel, and we're looking for a bounce. And we've got a partial bounce right now, but it's just in that awkward zone, and maybe we've picked this up just a little bit too early. but I'll be looking for, if it does take us out, I'll be looking for a higher low again to trade it long. That's Euro Kiwi. Euro dollar is another interesting one. And I think we suggested last week at this time that this was headed for this level here, around about the 119.50 mark. It may even have a little bit more in it, euro dollar. The dollar, of course, Lloyd was looking at the dollar index just now and finding it difficult to read, as I do. I think right now we're on the precipice of another decline in the US dollar, but it's only to come to a point. Now, if you relate euro dollar to the dollar index, which is pretty much the word escapes me, but it's pretty much it's not there, a representative, if you like, of the dollar index. So what I'm considering here is we get a bounce off this level, we come down to this level, and then we go again. That's interesting in terms of what the US dollar index is doing at the moment. So I 100% agree with Lloyd that it's very, very difficult to read, but we are at a resistance level. I expect it to go to support, which probably this level here, and then go again. So I'm thinking maybe a little bit of a rally in the dollar index and then a decline as the euro dollar breaks through this level. And I'm expecting that to happen. If it doesn't, then obviously we trade the range and we look for the low. We look for the short, sorry. So it's time to pay attention really on euro dollar. It's not time to act. It's time to pay attention and see what happens at this level. Same could be said for Aussie dollar, which is my last one for the day. Now, I actually love this scenario. This is perfect for me. And the reason it is, if you look at the chart here on the daily, you're seeing a very clear, probably clearer on the week. No, it's clearer on the daily, I think, that we've got probably Ash's favorite chart pattern, which is a left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We've also got a neckline through here, and here. And we've had a break of that. We actually traded that as a breakout of the neckline, expecting that we would get a retest and would be able to scale back into that. That was a break-even trade, but you can see what's happened since. We've just gone nowhere, absolutely nowhere, which is perfect for us, because what it's telling us is that we've now got a separate pattern that is an ascending channel, and it's reacting off that beautifully, absolutely perfectly. But go back to the bigger picture, thinking that we've got left shoulder, head, right shoulder. This should have broken down as a head and shoulder pattern, right? So in other words, high, bearish engulfing bar, lower high, which really is what a head and shoulders is, but it hasn't done that. It's been unable to break through this really neckline pattern, and certainly the consolidation area that we're in. So if it's not doing that, what's it doing? And that's the question I always ask myself. If it's not going short when it should, then what's going to happen next? So I'm really conscious that if I get to the bottom of this range, which is exactly where we are right now on Aussie US dollar, maybe we're going long. If we're not going short, we're going long. And even if we can get in here and trade it up to the monthly pivot and get some profit in the bank, so making it a free trade, that's exactly what we look to do each and every day of the week. So we're coming off the bottom of this range. You might even think that we've got an inverted head and shoulders here. This is prime territory. And if I was in front of the charts on Friday, I probably would have considered trading long right there with my stop loss under here. I'll certainly have a look at that tomorrow on the daily chart and see if there's an entry available. But it's very, very tight because we've got the pivots very, very close together and containing price as we speak. So I'm going to have to find a way, not on the daily chart, but on the smaller time frames, to get into this long somewhere. Again, that bar is interesting. I'll see if there's no gap tomorrow, or maybe if there's a gap down, I might even look to trade that bar, that 4-hour bar from Friday, the second 4-hour bar, maybe even the second, the second one, second 4-hour bar, that big reversal bar there off the weekly pivot. I think that's eminently tradable And if there's no big gap in the market in the morning, I'll probably have a look at that. So that's pretty much where I'm at. And that for this week is my 2 cents worth.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much for the technicians' 2 cents worth and to the team for their efforts today. Going to be an interesting week in the market. Lots of stuff to go back and have a look at on the tapes, be it the macro stuff, the fundamentals with Alexis, the market data with Ash. Whether interested in gold or oil with Ainsley, Shukri on the cryptos, Lloyd on the relative currency strength, or Geoff on the technicals. Plenty to go through and have a look at as you prepare for your trading week ahead. To the team, thank you very much for your input, and for those that have joined us today. And those that watch the videos over the coming days, thanks for your support. We'll talk to you guys again soon. Thanks, everybody. Have a good trading week. Remember, take care, stay calm, make good decisions. See you.